So Rochdale 13 with Alan Kilshaw ahead of Sunday's trip to Sheffield Eagles. First off, have you reviewed the game in length this time after a victory after a long time without one?
Oh, it's just the same process, yeah. Well, as we said on the day, I thought we weren't far off in the first half. A couple of tries from kicks, one of them we should have got rid of, and a couple of poor missed tackles there. But otherwise, we attacked very well, and they were difficult kicks that we didn't get. One of them arguably went over, so we tied it up, and it was a real good response. And look, 28-12 down, and they've not won in 10 games. I've been saying how united they are as a group and the character they got as a group, and I thought they showed that. And we spoke about resilience and being a resilient side, and we showed that as well. So look, we've got to be more consistent. We've got to tidy up that defence. We're shipping a lot of points. I think the last 9 or 10 games we've been shipping a lot of points. I think probably the less points was at Hull KR, only 24 there, and obviously 23, but otherwise they're in the high 20s or the high 30s, so that's an area of focus this weekend for us to get our defence matching our attack, because we can score points against anyone. So hopefully the lads will respond to that and fix up that D this weekend.
You mentioned that losing run that you've broken now. Was there a sense of desperation in the squad, or did you always have faith in the process that you'd get that win and you'd get back to winning ways?
We haven't been that far away, mate, had we? Obviously a couple of blowouts at Halifax and Featherstone, but otherwise we've been pretty close in most of the games. It was what we spoke about, keeping faith, what we're doing, trying to be better at it. And sometimes you need a little bit of that rub of the green, which I felt had eluded us in some games and some decisions, but it was more of a relief than emotion, a relief for the lads, because we see how much work they're putting in, and it gives you a lot of confidence getting a result like that. So it's been a different type of challenge this week for the lads, trying to bring them down a little bit and get focused on this week, but they were allowed to go out and enjoy it and after the game, because like I say, it was well deserved after the adversity we faced before and in the game.
And this week you're making a trip to Wakefield, obviously facing Sheffield Eagles. What will you take from the last game at the Crown Oil Arena, where obviously they came out on top and it was a pretty one-sided scoreline? Yeah,
look, they give us a touch-up, they did, and they can do that to a side on the day, and they've had some good results. It was one of them that's got sort of missed in the wash-up of Easter, and when we did go back and review it, we were off, really off on the day. We made a lot of errors, and they're a team that likes to get in that arm wrestle, likes to get you in that grind, and you need to be completing your sets and finishing your sets well. And we got out the blocks early, went 6-0, and then we're in a bit of that arm wrestle at 12-6 against them, and he's got a couple of tries just before half time, and we finished the game quite strong against them. We know they've got attacking threats. We know Gary Lowe, Yeary, Fozzard's good around the ruck, and they've got a good pack. Mexico and Wealdon. So they're a team with threats across the park. They're pretty methodical in what they do, and like I say, they try and get you into that grind. So we've got to make sure our completions are up this week, and we're challenging them in attack. I feel we've got points in us against most sides we play, and our completions were good on the weekend. We were up in the 80s, which haven't been for a while, and we completed 9 out of 9 yardage sets in the first half, and we spoke about that on Tuesday, and if we do that, we give ourselves a chance against anyone.
And on Saturday at the Summer Bash there were a few bumps and bruises, most noticeably Danny Yates with that nasty head bump that he got. Is there any lads that won't make it this week, or is there any lads that you're looking to put late fitness tests on?
Everyone should be sweet. And Joe just had a little bit of a knock. Danny didn't have a concussion. That egg's gone down, and Palf had a couple of stitches, but nothing too serious. A few bumps and bruises. You don't feel them as much, when you do win. Just probably bring Matty Blythe into the 19 from last week, and probably just make maybe 1 change, 2 changes to that side. But we're not going to. We haven't got the bodies to do it, but 2, we're not going to change the team around after a performance like that, and we want to get some consistency with our teams now. And when we have had a consistent side this season, then we perform well the week after and the week after that. So at the start of the year, I don't think we changed the side for the first 3 weeks, and came up with a couple of wins, so we'll stick to that formula this week.
And with Matty Blythe coming in, he's been part of the squad a couple of times this year and not really had the biggest of impacts. Are you confident that he'll come in this week and he'll have a good game?
Yeah, look, it's always difficult for players to drop in, and he's had a couple of games with us, and by his own admission, he performed as well as he wanted to. But not 100% confident. He's trained really well this week. He's had a great attitude and he's in a real good headspace. He just wants to play rugby league, and we've been pleased with his attitude in training. And I think it's been a case of him over trying more than anything. He's not coming and not trying. So yeah, real confident. And Matty, as long aside Lee Mitchell, players like that, those are the players that are going to be available to us, consistently, and that's why we don't have to go out and replace Jordan Samir straight away, because we have got players available to us from Warrington, and on Mitch, he never lets us down, and he'll get better, with a consistent run against us as well.
I was just going to mention that this time last week we were in this position talking about potential players moving on and players coming in. How quickly are you looking to fill the void of Samir and Jordan, as you mentioned?
Yeah, as I said, there's that sort of time of year. There's not many players around. We've scratched the surface on a couple of loan options and a couple of players who are at other championship clubs. But at the minute, we're not going to go out and make a signing for the sake of it. When we, like I say, Matty and Lee will be available to us. Kev Penny's been available to us, and if Warrington, when Warrington, should I say, get through this period where they've 3 games in a week. They'll probably have players available to us as well. At the minute, we're okay because we've got 18, 19 blokes who are fit for us. Obviously, if we start getting injuries, then that's where we become more desperate to bring players in. But it needs to be the right fit for the club. So, like I say, we're looking around. We are in the market, and if we can bring somebody in who will improve the group, we will do. Otherwise, we'll still utilise the dual reg and the loan options from Warrington.
Cheers, Alan.